Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Right Click. This week we have a good amount of stuff to go over, so let's just get right into it.
Bounce to the rhythm if you know you gotta flow. Synchronize the steps if you wanna get low.
So starting off, there's been a lot of little leaks and teasers going around with 8KHZ Wireless coming to the G Pro Superlight 2. With the new announcement from the G Pro Dex coming out and even a couple other Logitech leaks, I could totally see this being a legitimate thing coming out, as I know a couple people who have a working copy of the 8KHZ Superlight 2. I personally don't have the firmware update yet, but I'm excited to see Logitech going into a more up-to-date, modern style of mouse, because the Superlight has just felt very outdated for as long as Superlight 2 has been out. So I'm glad to see a new one coming out. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on 8KHZ coming to the Superlight and if you did get that update. In other Logitech news, we have the G Pro Wireless 2 being leaked over on Reddit. It's just the original G Pro Wireless. As you remember, it was 82 grams with RGB on it and a couple of extra features like side buttons on both sides. I honestly don't care about this mouse, but what are your thoughts on it? I'm not really anticipating a heavy Superlight with RGB in it. Let's just see where Logitech goes with that, but are you excited for it? Let me know in the comments below. What's your thoughts on the new G Pro Wireless 2? Moving on to new releases, the Lambu Maya X went on sale on the 12th of September. So did you get a copy of it? It does sport their new 3950, 47 grams with 8KHZ wireless. I believe the dongle is a separate purchase unless you're buying the Maya X Fanatic, which the 8KHZ dongle comes in the box with it, like the Lambu Fanatic Thorn did. As I've been using the Maya X for around a month now, it's one of my all-time favorite mice, and I'm kind of glad to see it finally hitting the market. I do have a review coming up on it very soon, so be looking out for that. Did you pick up the Lambu Maya X? And if not, are you planning on picking one up in the future? We finally have an official announcement from Highground for their new gaming mouse. It is called the Highground Yuma. This mouse has a $33.95 as we kind of anticipated with 4KHZ wireless, and they only specify it having low latency wireless setup with a lightweight. I'll put on screen right now if I did miss the weight of the mouse, but I would anticipate it being a 50-gram mouse because it looks to just be another clone of a Darmo Shark mouse like the M3. So I'm not super excited about this mouse anymore, but I'm kind of glad to see Highground stepping into the mouse scene. Hopefully it's not overpriced, but knowing Highground, it's going to be a mediocre mouse with a crazy high price tag. What are your thoughts on the Highground mouse? And are you going to pick one up even for the One Piece or Borderlands collab? And in some Pulsar news, we have the Super Glide 2 coming out in a 1.5 millimeter thickness. It's going to be generally the same mouse pad as the original one, so only really pick it up if you're looking for a thinner version of your current Super Glide. From what I understand, it's pretty much the exact same pad with a couple of improvements on the base and just the thickness of it. And the X2H V3 came out. I don't even remember when the X2H V2 came out, but the X2H V3 is out with their X1S sensor, 8KHZ wireless, and a 0.7 millimeter liftoff distance. Very similar to what we're seeing from mice like the Cyrox V8, which has all the same things plus a low weight of 36 grams. I'm kind of excited to see this, but at the same time, the X2H was my least favorite release of the last year, but I'm glad to see Lambu having their own rebranded sensor alongside a couple of features that not every mouse has at the moment. In a recent announcement, the founder of Ayre, Stephen Han, revealed the cancellation of the much anticipated FCC-1. It's been several years in development and has been through a couple of testers, and they're stating that they're having a lot of technical issues with the mouse, stating that the project faced insurmountable technical challenges that could not be resolved in a short term. Quoted, "After 2 years of development, we encountered technical limitations in our production that could not be overcome." Han stated it was a difficult decision, but we believe it is the right one. However, Ayre is not slowing down. The team has already begun working on a new product, the ACC-1, which is expected to launch within Q2 of 2025. He expressed new optimism about the future, promised to keep supporters updated on the progress of the new project. What are your guys' thoughts on the cancellation of the FCC-1? As someone who's just following the project very closely for at least a year at this point, it's kind of sad to see it being canceled, but I'm glad to see them moving forward into more up-to-date mice, and hopefully the ACC-1 will be what the FCC-1 was supposed to be, but better. But that should be all for this video. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this episode of The Right Click. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video, subscribe if you want to see more. We'll have some reviews coming out at our normal time next week. Comment what your favorite news story was, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
You say you want it, oh baby girl, you say you want it. Baby, come get it, oh baby, yeah, you gotta get it. Hey baby girl, drop all these problems. Look at everyone who's trying harder. I don't know if I should try harder, cause you're the only one I want.